welcome to Ease the Load. Today we're going to be looking at relationships both inside and outside the school environment. First we'll take a look at bullying in the workplace and find out what help is available to those who are suffering. Then it's over to a primary school in Croydon for a spot of team building with a difference. And finally we meet the online version of Cilla Black and A Match Made in Heaven. When people hear about bullying in schools, they generally think of the students, but there's a different kind of bullying taking place, and it's usually kept hidden behind closed staff room doors. I've come here to meet Jane. She's been a primary teacher at her school for 2 years, during which time she's been the victim of relentless verbal bullying by a colleague. Because the bullying is ongoing, Jane wants to remain anonymous. So can you tell me about the bullying in the workplace?
Yeah, I joined the school about 2 years ago on the senior management team, so I had quite a lot of responsibilities. There was another member of staff also on the senior management team who, for some reason, took an instant dislike to me. Started getting stories back pretty much straight away with people saying that she'd been saying things about me, saying that I wasn't managing behaviour and that I wasn't treating the children in the way that she would treat them. Just generally nasty, niggly comments all the time. Doors being closed as I was walking out to the staff room, so obviously conversations were being had behind my back.
She didn't ever confront you with these?
No, never. I mean, she's never talked to me once about anything that she feels is a problem between us, but it has continued. And it's now got to the point where she's actually saying to other people that speak to me, why are you speaking to her? And if you continue to talk to her,
she's
then
trying to get people on her side.
She's really trying to divide the staff by saying, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
So how did it affect your relationship with your colleagues?
It became quite difficult more for them than it did for me, because obviously they were getting these comments back from her saying that if you carry on talking to her and if you carry on being her friend, then our relationship's going to come to an end. So I applied for another job because I just wanted to get away from it. I just had enough of it, and I just felt that I wasn't enjoying my job, and went to talk to other people in school who convinced me to stay and said that obviously if you leave then she's beaten you.
I mean, on a Monday morning when you get up, how does it actually make you feel going into work?
I think over the year it got to the point where I just did not want to go into work at all. Just the thought of having to go and constantly listen to that barrage of this has been said, that has been said. It's almost like listening to the children, and obviously then coming home on an evening and having to reflect on what's gone on during the day rather than thinking about the teaching. You go to bed and you're still thinking about it when you lay in bed, and it's just that constant mental awareness that it's there, and you feel that it's never going to go away, and that gets really upsetting.
So what help did you seek?
I started off just talking to colleagues in the school that I knew that I could trust and that I'd talked to in the past. They then suggested going to the head teacher, who could then sort it out as best she could. I'm hoping that now that she's aware that other people aren't listening to the stories that she's saying, that she knows she's been addressed by the head teacher, I'm hoping that things will start to settle down. If you're being bullied by a colleague in your workplace, then what course of action can you take? Well, if you feel you can approach your line manager, then they could act as a mediator between you and the other person. If you can't do this, you could contact your union or professional association for support and representation. There's also the Teacher Support Network, and I can give you their phone number at the end of the story. Lynn Witheridge is the founder and chief executive of the Andrea Adams Trust, the UK's only charity dedicated to tackling workplace bullying.
Workplace bullying is like a cancer. It creeps up on you long before you or anybody else knows what it is that is happening. And you will start to find that you get into a nervous, stressful state, lack of sleep, tension, stress-related illnesses. These are on a swing, if you like. It starts very slowly, and then finally you end up with clinical depression. Within the Trust, we've had 7 suicides of adults over the last 9 years, and that tells you exactly what workplace bullying can do to somebody. I would never ever say to somebody in the workplace, go and stand up alone and confront the bully in your workplace. Seek the support from unions, from colleagues, from friends, and together go and confront the bully. because the bully is the one who is terrified of being found out. So move the power base away from the bully to you and stand up and be firm.
And you can find more information on staff room bullying on our website at www.teachers.tv. Or if you'd like to talk to someone, you can call the Teacher Support Line free 24 hours a day on 08000 562 561. Next, we're whisking you off to Croydon to see how one school has brought a little African sunshine to a team-building event. Park Hill Junior School has brought in 2 African drummers from SEWA Education to provide them with a different kind of team-building exercise. Music coordinator Carrie Cooper organised it.
Building a team atmosphere within the school is vital. All aspects of school life involve working as a team, from your year group teams to your junior or infant teams and your whole school team. Communication is paramount within a school as well, and so team building is very, very important.
Shake our hands like this.
We were having SEWA Education coming in to work with the children anyway, and we were offered the workshop as a free workshop to just help with our team building and morale of the staff and help us just relax and enjoy. From the workshop today, I think we're all just hoping to gain a sense of achievement and fun, really, just see how we all feel drumming together, relaxing together.
I think the team building is important because you do need to work together. There needs to be consistency throughout the school for you and for the children and for the children's parents.
It sounds amazing, but what makes African drumming so useful?
African drumming has been used, for a long, long time as a way to get people together. That's the purpose of it in Africa. The music is coming back into the curriculum a lot, so we can train staff rhythmically, or we can also do team building for the staff in a class. So it's just we do team building in corporates and loads of different corporations as well. So why not with school teachers as well?
Okay, very good. Back to the middle. Back to the middle. Shake your hand.
The staff were really open to the idea. I was very nicely surprised when I asked everybody if they wanted us to have the workshop, and their immediate reaction was yes, I think that'd be a great idea, and they've seen children in our school drumming and they'd all like to have a go. So as soon as they were asked, we got a really good response and they were all up for it.
And after the last beat had died down, what was the verdict?
If you do slip up, which I think all of us did at least on one occasion, the beat and the rhythm carries you on. So that's nice, and you can see how that could be applicable to other situations in the classroom or amongst other teachers.
Teamwork can help ease the workload just by sharing the different parts of the curriculum that you need to plan. And within a school there are so many other jobs that need doing as well. The workshop today has been really successful. All the staff were buzzing after it, and in the staff room there was an amazing atmosphere. Everybody had loads of energy and was really pleased with what they'd achieved in the workshop, so I think it was a great success.
They say that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy and Jill a dull girl. So it's about time someone took matters into their own hands to make life outside the school gates a little bit spicier.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Can you help me with my lesson plan?
I think dating for teachers is really hard because you tend to work quite long hours. You spend more time at school than you do at home and more time with your work colleagues. It's just difficult to find someone who understands what you've got to do within being a teacher and how much hard work it is, and that you don't leave it just in the classroom, that you do bring it home with you as well.
Fear not, Dawn. Help is on its way from another Dawn. Dawn Cox, an RE teacher from Essex, recognised the pressures of dating, so she set up a virtual dating thread specifically for teachers on the TES website. It proved so popular that she expanded it into a full dating database.
On the TES website, there were lots of people who were saying that they're single teachers, that they found it difficult to socialise because they work long hours, have lots of work to do in the evenings and weekends. I saw that a lot of people wanted to meet other people with a similar interest, similar job. So I decided to set up the database from the website so that people could meet up. On the database, there are about 140 people registered at the moment, and that's probably a general mix of age and male, females. Firstly, they have to put in their details, their hobbies, their likes, their dislikes, what music they like, anything like that. And then they can email whoever takes their fancy on the database. Emailing people is a really good way of getting to know people without knowing them. Of course, you need to be safe if you're going to contact someone, give your details out. But it's a really nice, easy way to meet people who are similar without having to go out, meet people in a pub outside in town. There have been several success stories. Most of them actually kept quite quiet about it, but they have emailed me to say that they've got together. It's been nice to hear that actually people from lots of different age ranges as well have got together. They email me, tell me when they've been on dates, and I've got a few couples that are together. In fact, at least 2 sets of couples that are living together now.
And guess who found love on the website? That's right, it's our Dawn from Sussex, who fell in love with Michael.
I'd seen him around kind of the boards and liked what he'd, been writing about previously and stuff. So I emailed Dawn and said, have you got, details on the database? Quite interested. So she emailed me his details and stuff, and I emailed him, not expecting to get a message back or anything, and was about to switch the computer off when it pinged and there was an email back. And from then we kind of emailed all the way through and chatted. The first time we met was really odd. He sent me a text halfway through the morning saying that he was on his way, and I was like, what do you mean you're on your way? And he said, I'm halfway up the M11, I'm coming to see you. I was like, oh my God. And I looked an absolute state. I had, awful jeans on and my hair was all over the place. I was like, no! Our first meeting I meant to look glamorous, but I didn't at all. We saw each other a lot, all the time. And it was getting to the point where I was spending more time down here, and he said, why don't you move in? I said, fair enough, as long as you'll take my cat as well. And he said yes, and yeah, here I am now. I think it definitely makes life easier by being with someone who's in the profession, because when you come home after having a really rubbish day and you've still got a pile of work to do, but there's someone there who actually understands how you feel. Some people don't really understand the buzz that you get from, being in the classroom. When you're with someone else who does it as well, then yeah, it's really nice.
I hope that the database has allowed people to feel that they can meet other people that understand them without even having to leave their own home. It means that they can spend some more time socialising than focusing on their work all the time. A few people have said to me, am I going to get a hat for their wedding, but we'll have to wait and see. But it is a really good feeling to know that you've got people together and that they're happy.
Aww. Well, that's all you're getting this week, I'm afraid. I hope we've managed to inspire you a bit. Join us next time for a few more little ideas that can make a big difference.